Exciting news. We are finally, because for me it's been a year coming, but I know for a lot of maybe your congregation, Sabrina, it's been years. Maybe you just heard about it a couple of weeks ago or even more recently, but we are finally opening in August of 2024. And that's going to be really exciting for me, but hopefully for you as well. And as you can see, there's a clear motto that is on our website. It's going to be probably on all the things we're going to print. You can see it right here. It says, educating students for the glory of God. Okay, so we're educating for the glory of God. So I want to, before we get started with the presentation, I really want to break down what that means and why we chose it as our motto. The Bible clearly states that if you're going to do anything, even if you're going to eat or you're going to drink, you're going to have to do it for the glory of God. So we're choosing to open a school and providing quality education, all for the glory of God. But how can we, wholeheartedly guarantee that our school will glorify God? Well, we as the stewards of the plan we plan on offering the best education we can provide. How do we do that? Well, research clearly shows that children are different. They differ in the way they learn. Some are fast learners and need constantly to be challenged, and some need to be given quality one-on-one instruction to truly grasp concepts. Some are visual learners, some are auditory learners, and some are kinesthetic learners. This is the main reason why we are committed to researching and offering individualized instruction to each student. The best way we could do this is by having subject area specialist teachers. I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means in the model in the next slide. But first, let me share that we're committed to helping students love learning by truly being student-led. Again, what does that mean? We focus on their interests and offer learning experience that will intrigue their own passion. We offer project-based learning, allowing students collaborations, educating students for the glory of God means we get to know each individual as God has created them and help them grow spiritually through the knowledge of our Lord and the foundations laid by the apostolic teachings. Our mission vision has brought us to committing to small class sizes. I know when you've seen maybe our website or you've heard about our school, I'm sure that one of the reactions you've had was, wow, that's really small, right? 12 kids only per grade. Why would they do that? We're a big congregation. We're big churches. We have a lot of kids. But we couldn't be true to our commitment to God, to our motto in glorifying Him and offering our education to be quality if we had so many children. And this is the problem with most other Christian schools. Unfortunately, the plan starts off that they want to educate children, and some do a wonderful job. But from what I've experienced as a teacher and as an educator, that it becomes very difficult to give each student quality, individualized instruction when there's a lot of them. Have you ever heard your kid come home and say, I had to go to the potty, but I was raising my hand and I didn't remember that you have to put 2 fingers or 3 fingers or maybe 4 fingers. I don't know which one I had to put up. Or I needed to sharpen my pencil, but my teacher told me it wasn't the right time and I had to go sit back down. All those rules that are placed, sometimes they're placed unnecessarily because classroom management is very tricky when you have 24 kids, 20 kids in one classroom. Understandably so. The other reason why it becomes difficult is if a teacher is with kids for 9 hours to a day, 8 hours, 7. I understand, maybe they're watching childcare after and they're with them, all day. That's also, it becomes a strain, right? And classroom management becomes the main focus. So, unlike traditional methods found in most American schools, we will have one teacher assigned to one grade. Unlike the traditional schools that assign one teacher to one grade, teaching all subject areas, we are going to have a teacher for each subject area. Don't worry, our campus is not massive. As you can see, our niche is that we're quality and small. Our campus is one big hall for the elementary school building. So that means that students are not going to be running around trying to find their teacher. They're going from one class to the next One teacher is teaching mathematics, one is teaching language arts, one is teaching social studies, one is teaching science, one is teaching religion. And then the electives, you have performing arts, you have PE daily, which is super important because we keep cutting that down and kids can't play and have fun anymore. But how can we compromise education? Well, in a 12 kids a class, you're not compromising education. Kids are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're learning, right? Because now you're able to truly customize to each student. Okay, with that being said, you probably heard me already mention the core classes that we're going to be offering. There's going to be language arts, science, mathematics, social studies, religion, and Spanish language. Yes, the goal is to have children be bilingual. We're in a predominantly English-speaking with almost all Spanish-speaking country now, especially in Florida, right? So it would be a true advantage for them to have a second language, or even a third for some of our Arabic-speaking families. They will also be able to understand what it looks like to truly integrate orthodoxy within the curriculum. So it's not just like they go to math class, learn about math, and then go to religion and then learn about God, as if they're unrelated. And that's absolutely not true, because God is the creator of all these subject areas. So we are picking curriculums that integrate Christianity and orthodoxy within the classroom. Kids were going to be talking about God's creation and learning about his goodness in science class. They're going to be talking about church history and social studies, but they're also, of course, going to be covering the common standards that they're expected to know. Okay, electives. Because we're promising a wholesome education, students should have both academics and a whole lot of fun. So at St. Mary OCS, we plan on having diverse electives, clubs for students' personal growth and for well-rounded education. In PE class, they're actually able to experience organized sports, nutrition, soccer, basketball, track and field, but they're also sometimes just gonna be able to socialize and play together, maybe play tag. They're only going to have 2 grades assigned together to play, because at this point they should really be experiencing other age groups, but not too old. Just you're talking about kindergarten, 1st grade will be together. That will allow for a full team if they're playing sports. And 2nd and 3rd will be together, and then 4th and 5th will have PE together. They're also going to have the option, or they're also going to be offered performing arts, which is covering music, drama, theater. This will be really exciting because in the next slide I'll tell you about our sanctuary, and it means that they're really going to be able to put on performances and plays and have their family be really proud of them. So with that being said, I'm excited to announce my favorite building of the entire campus. It's going to be our sanctuary. It's currently in remodel, so this is not the true picture, but as you can see, the goal is to make it look beautifully modern. But the reason why we are going to have this, it's not only are we going to be able to host community service events, indoor PE class if we absolutely necessarily need it, but outside is even better. But of course, in that heat, they're going to be indoor. They're going to be playing sports. We're going to be able to do musical performances in that building. We're going to be able to have drama classes and with an actual stage. But the most important of all, we're going to be able to pray liturgy together. And they're going to be able to do it right on campus. We're going to be doing that monthly. And it's going to be a teaching liturgy, which will be super different than what they're experiencing at church, which they might sometimes feel like they don't fully understand everything that's going on. But with a teaching liturgy, our purpose is that children, not only are they learning the curriculum in the classroom, about liturgy, but now they get to see it on display, and they will have their books to be able to fill out certain parts that now they understand fully what this is about. It will make Sundays at church even easier. All right. I have just a small, exciting announcement for the future, but it is not what we will be asking questions about today, because I want to focus on elementary for today. But I did want to tell you the news that by God's grace, our campus has a building already that is currently being remodeled for our plans to open 6th through 8th, exactly the following year. So for the school year of 2025 to 2026, we will be opening 6th through 8th grade and have a full middle school offering all the core classes, whether they're advanced or regular classes, as well as offer all the electives they could have. This is not something I'm going to discuss today. I just wanted you to let you know, because of course, as you make decisions to move your child from a school that might have already a middle school, this is important for you to know. And how honored, excited, and humbled I am to take this role in helping provide the education of my dream, and hopefully your dream, to both your kids and my kids.